Try this question first. We are given that in a triangle ABC, angle A is double of angle B. We have to prove this. Use your trigonometry knowledge to try to do this. You have angle A is double of angle B. So you can write it as 2 theta, angle B as theta, angle C is 180 minus 3 theta. We have this side is called A, this side is called B, this side is called C. We have to prove this relation. You have A by sine 2 theta is equal to B by sine theta is equal to C by sine 180 minus 3 theta, right? This follows from sine rule, right?
Yes, sir.
So from there, what you can say is you have a relationship like this: A by sine 2 theta is equal to B by sine theta is equal to C by sine 3 theta. And you can use trigonometric expressions. Use these two equalities together. You can say A by 2 sine theta cos theta is equal to B by sine theta. So sine theta gets cancelled and you're getting A is equal to 2B cos theta, right? And using the second and the third identity together, you can say B by sine theta is equal to C by sine 3 theta, and this is 3 sine theta minus 4 sine cube theta. So sine theta again gets cancelled and you get C is equal to 3 minus 4 sine square theta into B, right? You are getting two separate relationships, one for A, one for C. And both of these relationships are giving you A in terms of B and C in terms of B. So we can use these relationships to try and prove this, because now we can say that B into B plus C is equal to B square plus BC, which is B square plus B into, instead of C, I can write B into 3 minus 4 sine square theta, right? Correct.
Yes.
So this will become B square plus 3B square minus 4B square sine square theta, which is equal to 4B square 1 minus sine square theta, so cos square theta, which is equal to 2B cos theta whole square, which is equal to A square from here, right?
You took B square common, right?
I took what common? I took B square common here.
Uh,
4B square common.
yes.
So it is becoming 4B square cos square, right?
Mm. Yes.
So basically starting from here, you can show that it is equal to this, because the triangle becomes fairly simple once you put 2 theta theta and 180 minus 3 theta, right?
Yes, sir.
Into
Yes.
sine rule and we'll get a nice result. So that is one way to do it. Obviously, there are other ways to prove it also. You can try other ways as well. Now try this one. Question is, suppose ABCD is cyclic. ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. The diagonals AC and BD intersect at P. Let O be the circumcenter of triangle APB and H is orthocenter of triangle CPD. Show that OPH are collinear. Show that OPH are collinear. So we have a lot of information. ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. Diagonals AC and BD intersect at P. You draw the triangle APB. O is the circumcenter of that triangle and H is orthocenter of CPD. CP and D. CPD is the other triangle there. We have to prove that OPH is collinear. To draw a rough figure, you should have one circle on which you have ABCD. A, B, C, and D. This is my ABCD, a cyclic quadrilateral. And diagonals AC and BD intersect at P. This is my point P. Now, triangle APB, we need the circumcircle of that triangle or circumcenter of that triangle. So obviously, I want a circle to pass through A, P, and B, right?
Yes.
So there will be some center for that. The center of that circle could be somewhere here. That center is the O point. And now CPD, there is an orthocenter to that. That is H point. So orthocenter to that can be drawn by drawing perpendicular like this and perpendicular from here one more side. So it will be somewhere here. So you will realize that orthocenter will be outside because perpendicular to this would be somewhere here and that will meet this somewhere here, right? So H will be somewhere outside here, H. We have to prove that O, P and H are collinear. So the figure is obviously not looking correct because I have drawn it by hand. OP and H are collinear. So maybe like this. H and OP and H are collinear. So the angle between PHO is 180 degree actually. This looks like less than 180, but it is actually 180. So we have to check that. So we have to prove that H lies on OP or something like this. On OP, something like that. So think about the fact that your quadrilateral is cyclic. Quadrilateral is cyclic, so that automatically gives a lot of properties. So if there is a cyclic quadrilateral, then angle, if you take angle CDB, right? The CDB angle is equal to which other angle?
CAB.
CAB.
No. It is
Angle
equal to
CD, right?
CAB. This angle is equal to this angle, no?
Yes, sir.
The chord is CB. So CDB is equal to CAB, and CAB is the same as PAB. So we know that PAB will be equal to, on this circle, think about it. Angle PAB is the angle due to this arc, right?
Yes.
So PAB will be equal to half of POB, right?
Yes, sir.
Angle PAB will be equal to half of angle POB, right?
Yes.
So what we have is half of POB is equal to CDB from the beginning. Initially, we had started off with. Angle CDB is equal to angle PAB is equal to half of angle POB, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then in, like, if I drop a perpendicular from P to this side, because I wanted to make my altitudes and all. So let's call this L. You will have in triangle LDP and MOP. So we can drop a perpendicular from here also, because O is the circumcenter of triangle PAB, right? O is the circumcenter of triangle PAB. By definition, O was circumcenter of PAB, right? So,
Yes, sir.
so any sides perpendicular bisector will intersect at O, right? Both the sides perpendicular bisector should intersect at O.
Yes.
So if you drop a perpendicular here and make it point M here, you can say that angle POM is equal to angle BOM, because this is equal to this,
And those are radius.
right? And
Isosceles triangle.
yeah, it is isosceles. And angle BOM or POM is basically half of POB, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
BOM are both half of POB. So therefore you can say that angle POM or angle BOM are both equal to angle CDB, right?
Yes, sir.
Because here we have already established that that is half of POB, right?
Yeah.
So we have this result here, and we also have the fact that here, if I draw this 90-degree like this, altitude from P, then we have in triangle LDP, and triangle MOP. MOP is this triangle. MOP is that triangle. We have
Two.
angle LDP, this angle, which is CDB only. That is equal to angle POM, right?
Yeah. And 90 degrees equal to 90 degrees.
And 90 degree is another angle that is equal, right?
So third angle is equal.
So you have third angle will also be equal. So you will have basically angle DPL will be equal to angle MPO, right?
Yes.
If DPL is equal to MPO, then this must be a straight line, no? Because you're getting vertically opposite equal.
Yeah.
Basically, if this was not equal to MPO, then you would not have a straight line. Then this line and this line are twisted then, right?
Yes, sir.
If it is like this though, when this angle and this angle are matching, then it is a vertically opposite angle situation. And then you can say that this is a straight line. Like right now, after drawing so many lines, it looks straight, but earlier it was not looking straight, right? H was looking here and P was here and O was here. It was looking like a twisted line, right?
Yes, sir.
So the idea of this question was like draw the figure carefully. If you draw the figure properly, then you will realize that you have one cyclic quadrilateral here, and the point of intersection of the diagonals is somewhere here, let's say P, and then ABP is circumcircle. So ABP circumcircle would be somewhere up, and it will be such that it will be point of intersection of perpendicular bisectors of any two sides, right? So this will be the center of that circumcircle. Let's say this is O, right? Correct.
Yes. Sir.
O is here, and now H, we have drawn an altitude here, H, and we have to prove that OP and H are on the same line, right?
Yes, sir.
So to prove OP and H
H
are on the same line, H is orthocenter of CPD.
Yeah.
Okay, H is not here, obviously.
Yeah.
H is here.
Yes.
Or H is not here, H might be somewhere outside, depends.
Hmm.
But H will be on the line, on the altitude line, right?
Yes.
So this perpendicular line, it will be somewhere on this line. We don't know where, but it might be somewhere here or something. We need to prove that H lies on line OP. So what we did here was proved that in triangle this PLD and triangle OM and P, right? This OMP and PLD, we proved that they are similar, right?
Yes, sir.
If you can prove that OMP and PLD are similar, then you will be able to prove that this angle is equal to this angle, which means that the vertically opposite angles are becoming same, right? If
Yes.
vertically and opposite angles are becoming same, then the question is done. There is nothing left, right?
Yes, sir.
Then let's do this one. For example, if you go to your Pathfinder book, in that there is one question, build up your understanding 17. Build up your understanding 17. In that, this is 17. Question number 3. Question 3 is just saying that show that the radii of the three x circles, the three ascribed circles of a triangle are the roots of the equation x cubed minus x square 4 capital R plus R plus xs square minus rs square. So this is a weird question which seems like it is combining theory of equations and triangles, right? Radii of the three ascribed circles are what? R1, R2 and R3, right? Correct.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You have to show that R1, R2, R3 are the roots of this equation. Okay. Actually, this is a very famous question, and this question has been taken from SL Loney. If you look at your SL Loney book, there is a section called review exercise at the end. Miscellaneous exercises or something at the end of the book. There are some 200
Yes, sir.
questions in that miscellaneous exercise. If you turn to the exact end of the book, no, there are some list of questions, right? In those review exercises, I don't remember the exact question number, some 44 or 45, I don't know. Like you should check question of out of those 200 questions, there is one question. This is the question 44 or 45 something. Maybe I'm wrong, but one of the questions in that review exercise in the first 50 or 60 only I think, is this question. So this is a very old question, and the way to do it is don't try to solve a cubic here. Don't try to solve this cubic, because obviously first of all solving a cubic is not easy, and you don't have a standard method to solve a cubic, right?
Yes, sir.
So how will you prove that
Yes, sir.
R1, R2, R3 are roots of this? What is the idea? What will you do to prove that? One way to prove that is like one very obvious way that anybody can think of is just put R1 in that and see if it satisfies, right?
Yes, sir.
Right, like this. Check whether this is 0, right?
Hmm.
But again, that will be quite long because you have to do R1 cube and
Cube,
R1 square and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And there are many things, right?
Mm.
So again, that is not a nice way to try to solve it. You are verifying whether R1, R2, R3 fits or not, right? The other way to do it would be to think of this equation x cube minus x square 4r plus r and plus xs square minus rs square is equal to 0, and think of the Vieta relations that are available to you as a result of this equation. Like if there are three roots to this equation and the roots are alpha, beta, gamma, what do you know about sum of roots and stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
You know certain things, no? What
Yeah.
is going to be alpha plus beta plus gamma?
Minus B by A.
Plus R,
So that will be
4R plus R.
4r plus r, right? What will be alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha?
S square.
It will be s square, right? And what will finally be alpha beta gamma?
square again.
It will be
R square.
rs square, right? Correct.
Yes, sir.
So these relations are obvious to you from theory of equations. Now what we have to prove is that alpha 1, r1, r2, r3 are the roots, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So actually, ultimately, what we have to prove is that r1 plus r2 plus r3 is equal to 4r plus r. And notice that this we have already done in chapter 12, 15, exercise 36, right? This
Yes,
is
sir.
question number 10 or question number 18, I think, if you remember. Anybody who has done exercise 36 knows that this is done.
Yes, sir. We have done this.
And there is also question there which says prove that r1 r2 plus r2 r3 plus r3 r1 is equal to s square.
I guess even third one was there.
Third one is also there, r1 r2 r3 is equal to r. Everything is there, like all of these three identities are there in exercise 36, right?
Yes, sir. It is there.
You can check it or you can prove it yourself again, because now these questions are very easy to prove because we know r1 is equal to del by s minus a and stuff, right? You can just put it there, put this in this, you'll get del cube by s minus a, s minus b, s minus c, and that can be written as
Del square.
del
The
square will be
denominator.
s into s minus a, s minus b, s minus c, and one del you can keep, right?
Yeah.
And this will cancel the whole thing. You'll get del into s, right?
Hmm.
Which is equal to
Yes, sir.
del by s into s square, which is equal to rs square, right?
Yes, sir.
So very easy to prove all these three, and it is already there in the exercise 36. We have already done it.
Yeah.
So the question is actually a trick question where you have to realize that you don't have to prove it by some solving of equation or anything. What you have to do is to realize what identities are necessary for r1, r2, r3 to be roots of this, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now try question number 4. Same big. You guys have the book, right?
Which one, sir?
Pathfinder Senior. You don't
No,
have the
sir.
book.
I'm referring the PDF.
Okay.
I have PDF.
Okay. So if R1, R2, I'll write the question. R3 be the diameters of the x circles of a triangle ABC, right? Then prove that A by R1 plus B by R2 plus C by R3 is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 by A plus B plus C. Okay. Diameters of the x circles, right? So technically this R1 and R2 and R3 are twice of the radius of the x circles, right?
Yes.
So what is R1? R1 is just 2 times R1, right? R2 is 2 times R2 and R3 is 2 times R3, right?
Yes, sir.
So what we have to prove here is that this relation is true. So you have A by 2R1 plus B by 2R2 plus C by 2R3 is equal to 2 times R1 plus R2 plus R3 by A plus B plus C. Correct.
Yes.
This is what we have to show. Okay. Now, like, obviously don't start trying to do it by brute force or trigonometric identities immediately. You should always, if it is a triangle question, you should always try to visualize it in terms of a geometrical thing. So what I will do is first try to imagine like what is happening first of all. So if you have A, B, C here, I will draw one X circle at least. This is my X circle, this outside one. So bisector, bisector, and this is my R1, right? Or this is my R1, correct?
Yes, sir.
This is my R1 and this is again a bisector. So, okay. So what I have is I want to find out what is A by 2R1, right? Correct.
Yes.
So A is this side. If you recall, this side is A and R1 is this.
Hmm.
So think about it. A by R1, A by 2R1, we have to find out. So hmm. Okay. So this side is A and this is my R1. I know that this whole thing is S. This is the semi-perimeter, no? A to this point.
Yes, sir.
We have proved that earlier, if you remember.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
This angle is A by 2. A by 2. We have R1 by S is equal to tan A by 2, or R1 is equal to S tan A by 2. So technically R1 is equal to S tan A by 2. So what we have is 1 by R1 is equal to 1 by S tan A by 2, which is cot A by 2 by S, right? This is my 1 by R1, right? So if I do A
Yes,
by
sir.
2 R1, that is A by 2 into 1 by R1, which is cot A by 2 by S, right? Correct. So it is A cot A by 2 by 2S, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So that is my A by 2 R1. So similarly, B by 2 R1 would be what? 2 R2 would be B cot B by 2 by 2S, right?
Yes.
And C by 2 R3 would be C cot C by 2 by 2S, right?
Yeah.
So the sum of them, notice that 2S is the common denominator. So 2S will remain and you will have A cot A by 2 plus B cot B by 2 plus C cot C by 2 by 2S, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
You will get A cot A by 2 plus B cot B by 2 plus C cot C by 2 by 2S. 2S is A plus B plus C, right? We just have to
Yes.
prove that the top part of it is equal to what? Is equal to our 2 times
A by 2 R1.
top part of it is equal to 2R1 plus 2R2 plus 2R3, right? Because we have already gotten the denominator, no?
Yes, sir.
We have to prove that top part is this, right?
Yes.
Right. So A cot A by 2, B cot A by 2, B cot B by 2. Okay. So cot A by 2. We have R1 is equal to S tan A by 2 and all. So, okay. A cot A by 2. Cot A by 2 can be written as A by tan. So, cos by sine. And here also you'll have B cos B by 2 by sine. And C cos C by 2 by sine. And if you take common denominator, sine will come here, and you will get on top A cos A by 2 sine B by 2 sine C by 2, right?
Yes, sir.
And
What did you do here?
huh?
What did you do here? Oh, LCM.
LCM.
Okay.
I'm just adding
Yeah.
B cos B by 2 sine A by 2 sine C by 2. Okay. And try to remember the formula for R1. What was R1? 4R
Sine A by 2 cos. Sine A by 2 cos B by
one
2 cos C
cos
by
was
2.
there and two sines were there, right? No,
So
two
two cos were there.
causes were there and one sine was there. One sine would have been sine A by 2 and there was cos, right?
Yes.
Okay. So A,
So can we use the fact that R1 S tan A by 2, then cot A by 2 would be S upon R1.
cot A by 2 will be S upon R1.
So we know that R1 equals to S tan A by 2, right?
Hmm.
So tan A by 2 is R1 upon S.
So cot A by 2 will be S upon R1. So we'll have A S by R1 plus B S by R2 plus C S by R3, right? So you will get R1, R2, R3, AS R2, R3 plus BS R1, R3 plus CS R1, R2. And by the way, R1, R2, R3 we know is RS square, right?
Yes. Now S we can take common.
Right. One S we can cancel throughout, right?
Yes, sir.
So we'll get A R2, R3 plus B R1, R3 plus C R1, R2 divided by RS, right? On top.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This R2, R3, I mean, one way to do it would be directly now put every formula that we know, del formulas, right? Del is equal to RS, and here you'll get del square, right? You'll get del by S minus B, S minus C, right?
Yes, sir.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what I will do is I will just put the del formulas and we will get A del square by S minus B, S minus C A del square by S minus B, S minus C plus B del square by S minus A, S minus C. C del square by S minus A, S minus B, and divided by del, so one del cancels from everything, right? So now you can say del common you have A into S minus A plus B into S minus B plus C into S minus C by S minus A, S minus B, S minus C, right?
Yes, sir.
So here we can say that this is equal to uh, this is equal to
So that
AS
would be del square, right?
A plus B plus C into S minus A square minus B square minus C square, right? Right.
Yes, sir. So then that
Ah,
lower denominator is del square.
del square by S square, no? Del square by S or something. Del square will be S into S minus A, no?
Oh, yes, right.
Del square would be S into S minus, so del square by S. So you are getting again S by del. And here you are getting A plus B plus C into S. S is what? S is again A plus B plus C
Semi-parallel.
by 2, right?
Yes.
This is not helping much because we have to get it in terms of R1 and all somehow. We are removing R1 from it, no?
Hmm.
Hmm. So we have to think of how to get it in terms of R1 and all. Possibly we are using the wrong result somewhere here. Okay, denominator was coming, the numerator we have to think of A cot A by 2 plus B cot B by 2 plus C cot C by 2. How is that equal to this? So A cot A by 2 plus B cot B by 2 plus C cot C by 2. You have to prove it is equal to 2 times R1 plus R2. Oh, wait. You have to prove this, right? So use the fact that this is 2 into 4 capital R plus small r, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is 8 capital R plus 2 small r. Prove this instead, right? So in order to prove this, now we need to convert it into 8 capital R and small r. So we have here use the result A, and this is cot A by 2, and cot is 1 by tan, and use those results. Tan A by 2 is equal to root over S minus B S minus C by S minus A, right?
Yes, sir.
So cot A by 2 will be root over S minus A by S minus B S minus C plus B root over S minus B by S minus A S minus C plus C root over S minus C by S minus A S minus B. So taking common denominator would be root over S minus A S minus B S minus C. Here you will multiply by root over S minus A. You'll get A into S minus A outside and root S left plus here S minus B. So B into S minus B will come outside and root S left. And here also same thing. C into S minus C will come outside and root S is left. So you will get root S common, and you will get A into S minus A plus B into S minus B plus C into S minus C, right? Divided by root of this. So multiply by root S here and multiply by root S here, this becomes del. And this becomes S, right?
Yes.
And by the way, you have a del by S, which is R here, small r here, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And now you have to prove that this thing by R is equal to this thing, right? So it is hopefully now possible. Let's see. So we have to prove that this thing by R, so that is basically a plus b plus c into s minus a square minus b square minus c square is equal to 8rr plus 2r square, right? This is what we have to prove, no?
Yes, sir.
I have multiplied this on this side.
Yeah.
So, okay, what we have here is this is equal to again 2s, right? So this is 2s square, no? A plus b plus c is 2s. So this is 2s square.
Yes, sir.
2s square minus a square plus b square plus c square. C square is equal to this, we have to prove. Okay, so we have to prove that a square plus b square plus c square is equal to 2s square minus 2r square minus 8rr, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So this can be written as half of 4s square minus 4r square minus 16rr, right? Right.
Yes, sir.
And why did I do that? Because I can now write a plus b plus c whole square here. So we will say that this is equal to half of a plus b plus c whole square minus 4r square. 4r, if you take common here, you will get r plus 4 capital R, right? Okay,
Then how did you get a plus b plus c whole square?
because a plus b plus c is 2s.
Right.
We have to prove that this side a square plus b square plus c square is equal to this. So ultimately, if we can prove that this is equal to 2ab, no, this is equal to a square plus b square plus c square minus something by 2 is this we have to prove. So, how will we convert this into APC is the question. So, r plus 4r into 4r.
Sir,
Hmm.
sir, in SL only,
Hmm.
in exercise 36 itself,
Hmm.
we have this question where they have proved R1 plus R2 tan C by 2 equals to C.
R1 plus
R2 in bracket
hmm.
tan C by 2
Hmm.
equals to R3 minus R cot C by 2
Hmm. And
equals to small c. Yes.
C by tan C by 2 is coming. We had something like that, right? C by tan
In
and all.
in starting we had that cot expression,
We
and we
had
need
what?
answers.
C by C cot and all we had, right?
We had a cot a by 2 plus b cot
Hmm.
b by 2. So, yeah.
Hmm. So
Equal to,
so basically we can say
2r1
here that C by tan is equal to R1 plus R2. So C cot
it's then it's all.
is R1 plus R2. Oh, wait. So we just have to prove this much, huh?
Yes, sir. And this was already a question in that.
This
SL
proving will be easy because we can just do S tan A by 2 plus S tan B by 2, right?
Yes.
You can say S tan A by 2 tan B by 2, you can add, you can do sine by sine cos plus sine by cos. So you will get sine A by 2 cos B by 2 plus cos A by 2 sine B by 2, right? You'll get sine A by 2 plus B by 2 on top divided by cos, right?
Yes.
Cos A by 2, cos B by 2. So on top it becomes a 90 minus C by 2. So that is cos C by 2. So you're getting S cos C by 2 by, you are getting cos, right?
Hmm.
Cos A by
Yes,
2,
sir.
cos B by 2, right? This is what we are getting, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we have to show that R1 plus R2 is C cot C by 2. So C, how will we get? R1, okay, I think we should have used del by S minus A. It would have been easier. We can use del by S minus A plus del by S minus B, right? That will become S minus A, S minus B, del common, and it is S minus A plus S minus B. So just 2S minus A minus B, which is C, right?
Hmm.
And now you can say that del is root over S, S minus A, S minus B, S minus C. So you will get root over S minus A, S minus B, and root over S, S minus C, which is cot C by 2. It is easy only.
Yeah.
Basically, you can prove it by the del formulas. You can say that R1 plus R2 is this, and that is what we initially needed, right?
Yes.
We had A cot A by
Yes.
2, B cot B by 2 and stuff. So when you add them, you'll get 2 times R1 plus R2 plus R3, right? So like obviously what this tells us is that you have to use the right formula and think about like a little bit of practice and familiarity with what is there in SL only is required. You should try the build up your understanding 16, 17 and all. These are all questions that could come in your INMO or RMO and stuff. 16, 17, 15, these are all doable things. So right now we are doing questions from 17. Okay.
Okay,
Uh,
sir.
try as many questions as possible. All of these questions are solvable and you will learn a lot by doing them. So just attempt them and we can discuss more questions.
Sure, but in this question,
Hmm.
we just happened to see that result in SL only. If we hadn't known that result, how would we have solved this?
I mean, it is not some very major thing. We just had to prove A cot A by 2, B cot B by 2 is equal to, I mean, ultimately the proof was super easy. If you realize, just because we are not able to get it, that doesn't mean that it was hard. We had to prove that this is equal to R1 plus 2R2 plus 2R3, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If we had used the del formulas here, you would have gotten it instantly. If we had used del by S minus A, del by S minus B, del by S minus C here, we would have gotten it directly, no? Just like we got it right now.
Yes, sir.
I was just using the wrong things. Like it's not like the question was hard. We got it till that step. We had to use the del formulas to get the answer. It was totally doable. At the end, I think at one stage I was using the cot a by 2 is ss minus a1, but I didn't use the del formula on the other side, which would have given the answer. Right?
Yeah.
So just because we are stupid doesn't mean that the question is bad or something. So keep trying and try more questions. We will discuss in the next class.
Sir, what about Sevak theorem and then?
We'll do that also. I just wanted to do some problems. We'll do that in one of the classes, coming class.
All right, sir.
I'll see you then.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir. Good night.